And hey, by the way, do we have an inside look of what they're actually still up to? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Okay, well, moving on. Welcome to this month's Top 10 Stocks Traded on Robinhood, or as I like to call it, the top 10 ways to blow up your account. Okay, so this actually isn't true, but there are some pretty bad ones on here we're going to go over, and there's some good ones as well. What's going to come in at number 1? Well, you're going to have to watch to the end of the video and find out. Also, at the end of the video, I'm doing something a little bit different. You guys know the drill by now. I go over the top 10 stocks that are traded on Robinhood. I give my commentary and all that good stuff. We get to the number 1, video's over, but this time, I'm going to give you my top 3 out of the top 10 that I think are the best ones to look into trading. So make sure you're sticking around to the absolute end of the video to get those 3 stocks that I think are absolute stunners in here. And there actually are some pretty good ones as well. That being said, number 10 is Nikola. And what the I just don't understand where the value here is with Nikola when another 45,000 of you came into this stock just this month. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's the trash trucks, bro. You don't even understand. Those trash trucks are going to send Nikola up. What are you wearing? What? I'm trying to go for the Jordan Belfort look. I'm going to be on Wall Street one day. You just I got to dress the part. I got to talk the part. I don't even know what to say. That accent is terrible. You look ridiculous. You sound like you're cross between Sylvester Stallone and Christopher Walken. Forget about it. Forget about it. It's not even, bro, come on. Isn't that close? All right, look. Do we have any idea how much these trash trucks are actually going to be yet? No. Okay, well then how far off are we actually from seeing one of these trucks? Trevor says 2021. Okay, well it's about 3 months from 2021. Has that plant actually been built yet? Is it done being built? That's a no. No. Right. Okay, well, you know what, man? Good luck with that, but I'm just going to have to stay away from this. God, I don't even know what to say to that. That was... Anyways, coming in at number 9 is Netflix, and it's good to see it here still on the top 10 list. And I'm happy to report that The Last Kingdom has been renewed for a 5th season, which means that we were very likely to see Ethelflaed's bosom, and thank the gods of Asgard for that. But in all seriousness, my concerns for Netflix are still here, and that is that the filming of original content may be delayed because of the Rona. Not only that, but you do have Disney and Hulu hot on their trail, and they have just announced a partnership with Verizon. It's a really sweet deal. Just happened last week. This could break into their market share a little bit. I'm not too concerned about Netflix, but it's definitely something to be cautious of and aware of. I think that buying this over $500 a share right now seems to be a bit overpriced. Just be careful, cautious on this one. Make sure that you're keeping a close eye on Netflix. Number 8 is Amazon, and I love seeing Amazon on here. This was actually number 3 last month, and I'm a bit surprised that it came all the way down to number 8. I think that perhaps Amazon needs to go through a split as well. We're starting to see the trend with Apples and Teslas and all that good stuff starting to split things that are higher priced. I think Amazon should be the next one here. Let me know in the comments, though, what you think. Should Amazon be the next one to announce a split? What other stocks would you like to see split as well? But getting into my opinion on Amazon as a hold here, or as it being on the top 10, I love it. Amazon has tons of room to grow here, believe it or not. According to the Consensus Bureau, only 16.1% of retail shopping was done online. Can you believe that? 16.1%. That means that Amazon has so much more room to grow, as well as other e-commerce platforms. And we've talked about that, right? Etsy, Wayfair, and others. There's just so much more room for the online space and e-commerce that it's absolutely insane to think about, especially with as valuable as Amazon has been over the last several months. As I said last month, buy Amazon, do it now, hold it, thank me later. Number 7 here is Rocket, and this one I'm actually very interested in, and I'm very intrigued that it's sitting at number 7, and that so many of you have bought into this, and I love Rocket here. This is the perfect time for Rocket to IPO because interest rates are damn near zero, and there's so much upside here. Real estate has been booming on the residential side. Commercial is a whole other topic for another day, but this is actually really, really encouraging for something like Rocket. Rocket could potentially be, and it may already be, the largest IPO that we'll see for 2020, valued at least $40 billion that they're going to be raising here. And it's just, this thing is just going to continue to rip here. The Fed has announced that they will probably not be touching interest rates until at least 2022. So this is going to be a perfect setup for Rocket. I think that they actually continue to move. Holding on to some here is definitely, in my opinion, something that you might want to do. Don't let these all-time highs scare you. Look for some pullbacks and grab some on the dips, as I think that is going to be the best plan of action for Rocket. Moving on to number 6 is Pfizer. I love Pfizer here as a vaccine play. I don't think that Pfizer belongs at number 6 if you're looking at it from this perspective. And as we all know by now, I've said this time and again, at this point, if you're not first, you're last. So that is the risk here with Pfizer, or holding anything that's related to a Rona vaccine. Currently, Johnson & Johnson seems to be leading the way here. And so I think that if I had a choice at this stage in the game, it would be Johnson & Johnson, but the lead changes seem to happen almost daily. So who knows where this thing is going? I think that it's just really risky to be holding anything based off of potential vaccine. But if you got to hold on to one, I like Pfizer, and it could be the one. We'll see. Okay, number 5 is Tesla, and I don't know how this dropped from number 1 last month to number 5, and it's just beyond me. With the split coming at the end of this month and all the other stuff that they have going on for them, Battery Day is also coming up. I just don't get why the drop off, but hey, it is what it is. Tesla is a very much buy and hold. There's nothing else I need to say about Tesla. We already know where this is going. Should you buy before the split? Should you buy after? It doesn't matter. Just buy Tesla. Hold on to it forever. Thank me when you're ready to retire. Stick it in your IRA. Number 4 is Kodak. And what the 84,000 additional people came into Kodak this month, and I just got to ask myself, I just got to scratch my head. What's going on here? The government put their $750 million loan on hold on fraud allegations. I just don't understand the allure here with Kodak. It's just, I have no words for this. Look, run, don't walk away from Kodak, in my opinion. If you want to play the lottery or buy some Kodak, play the lottery. That's how strongly I feel about Kodak being such a piece of stock. It really just blows my mind. In all seriousness, leave me some comments down below. How much do you honestly see value in this, and why? I want to get some rationale and logic behind owning Kodak at this point. It just makes no sense whatsoever, especially for it to be at number 4. Come on. And while I'm already on a rant, we might as well get to number 3, which is Moderna. And God, look, I know that vaccine plays are hot, and I think that there's definitely some validity there. And looking at some good quality companies that actually have created a drug or a product before, such as Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson, but Moderna doesn't belong in that conversation. How Amazon is number 8 and Moderna is number 3 is just beyond me. Last month, you might recall me asking what the they were actually doing over there, as most of their executives were selling shares like crazy, and there was some pretty shady going on. And hey, by the way, do we have an inside look of what they're actually still up to? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Okay, well, moving on. All right, so we got 2 more here to go. And before I get to the top 2, if you guys are liking this list so far, if you're liking this channel, if you're liking the content, I would like to invite you over to check out the Chaos Crew. Every day, I put out a daily watch list for the Chaos Crew, as well as put up private live streams, and you get secret badges as well. So if you guys want to be a part of that, help support this channel for $4.99 a month. It's an incredible value. We have over 600 crew members strong in there, and it's just an incredible community to be a part of. If that's something that you think you might get some value out of, click the join button or click the link in the description. We would love to see you guys over there. All right, number 2, I can't be mad at all, and this makes me feel a whole lot better, and that is Microsoft. Microsoft always kind of gets left out of the FANG stocks, but this is where I think a good opportunity could arise for you guys. And Microsoft, it has had a little bit of a trend here and there over the last several weeks, but I think that presents itself a really good opportunity to buy some up here on the cheap. And yeah, over $200, it seems like it's a little bit expensive, but I'm telling you that I think that Microsoft has been overlooked and overshadowed by a lot of these other big techs, such as Facebook or Google. Microsoft has seen a huge shift when it comes to their cloud computing space as well as remote work. And you guys know how bullish I have been on remote work, and I think that it is here to stay, Rona or no Rona, and I think that this is going to be the future of where Microsoft goes. Microsoft Teams, as well as their cloud computing spaces, have taken over most of their revenue, and so I think that this is really going to be the future for them. Demand will not slow down for Microsoft. This is a clear buy, a clear hold. Forget about it. Don't even think about it. Just set it away and enjoy the ride. Finally, here at number 1, it is Apple. Okay. All right. We are good with this. 189,000 more of you came in pouring into Apple this month, and this makes a lot of sense. Why Tesla wasn't number 2 and Apple was number 1 is beyond me, but at least one of them sits here atop the list. And this is one that I really thought that you could really get behind, right? We have the split coming up. It's soared over $500 a share. I'm sure a lot of you have made a ton of money on Apple over the last several weeks since announcing their split and going through their earnings. Their earnings were absolutely incredible, especially with the services side, despite some issues going on with them with Epic Games and the potential lawsuit that's coming about. Apple is here to stay. Post split, I think that Apple slows down a little bit, but we also have the iPhone 12 coming up, so that should be another nice catalyst for Apple as well. We all know that Apple should not be something, in my opinion, that it gets traded regularly, but you could definitely trade it. You can day trade anything, but Apple is definitely a good one that you could just set and forget, buy it on the dips here and there, and you'll be just fine. Own it, don't trade it, in my opinion. Okay, and as promised here, getting to the end of this, first of all, I want to hear your thoughts on the list. Let me know down below what your thoughts are on all of these in the top 10. And my top 3 here are going to be Tesla, Rocket, believe it or not, and Apple. I think Rocket has a ton of potential to keep going here. Believe it or not, I think that Rocket could see $50 a share by the end of the year. That's how strongly I feel about Rocket in the space that they're in, especially with residential real estate just going absolutely bonkers. And then Tesla and Apple for pretty well-known reasons, right? I mean, Tesla's only going to continue to go up. Tesla is a tech company. If you haven't realized that yet, please do some homework. And Apple is just Apple. You buy it and you set it and forget it. And that is just something that you could just hold on to forever and feel really good about. And that's going to do it for me, guys. If you missed Stock Watch Sunday last night, you missed a ton of fun stuff. I'm in a new location. I have a special guest. Click this video here if you happen to miss it. That's going to do it for me, guys. As always, I will see you all before the bell. Please like and subscribe. And B. Smith is out.